Hi, Livy. Hi, Patrick. I just did yoga and I'm going to read you a fun book. You guys did great, Livy. I loved your dinosaur Zoom today. So exciting. All right, a quick Curious George. Very fun. Okay, here we go. Curious George at the fire station. There he is. Curious George is on the pole. George and the man with the yellow hat. Boy, hey, what's going on? The book fell apart. This is an old book. Let's see. This is an old book. This book, they have the date on books. This book is 1985, before your mommy or daddy were born. I mean, before your mommy or daddy. Yeah, I think before either one of them were born. All right. George and the man with the yellow hat were visiting the fire station. "Hello, George," said the fire chief. "How would you like to wear a fireman's hat?" George put on the big hat. Then they looked at the fire engines. "We are proud of them," said the chief. "We keep them as bright and shiny as we can." One fireman was polishing a big brass bell on the wall. "This is our alarm bell," said the chief. "Whenever there's a fire, it rings." Another bell was on the engine. "See George looking at the bell? George the monkey? We ring that bell on our way to the fire," said the chief, "so people will get out of the way. You have to move aside if you're in a car when the fire truck comes. This is Sally, our Dalmatian. She just had 10 puppies. The puppies stay in a basket on the second floor with the firemen." They all went up to the second floor. The puppies were in a straw basket by the wall. Where are they? There they are. Can you see them? Yip, 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 they barked. One tried to jump up and lick George's face. Near the basket was a big round hole with a pole in the middle. "When the alarm rings," said the chief, "the firemen slide down the pole to the fire engines below." "You may slide down if you want, George," said the chief. "But be careful," said the man with the yellow hat. George slid down the pole like a real fireman. He's a monkey. He's a good slider. Then he climbed onto the fire engine and sat behind the steering wheel. Would you like to do that? Go visit the fire engine and sit behind the steering wheel? Make way, here comes George the fireman. George was curious. What would happen if he rang the bell? Let's see what happened. I'm going backwards. Here we go. Clang, clang, clang went the bell. The fireman heard it and jumped out of bed. "Fire, fire, fire," they yelled. Quickly they put on their uniforms and slid down the pole. It was a false alarm. When the firemen got to the engine, all they saw was a little monkey. "George," said the chief, "fighting fires is serious business. Get off that engine right now." George felt terrible. At that moment, they heard a dog bark. Sally was looking up to the top of the fire pole. One of the puppies had gotten out of its basket and was looking over the edge of the pole. One more step, and it would fall. Oh no. George knew what to do. He climbed up the pole as fast as he could, and he held out his hat to catch the puppy in case it should fall. Sure enough, the puppy slipped and uh-oh, plop, landed right in George's hat. Good job, George. That was using your head, George, said the chief. You saved the puppy. I'm making you an honorary fireman of our station, and you can keep the hat too. Come back to visit any time, shouted the chief, and George and the man in the yellow hat got into their car to drive home. Bye. Okay, how'd you like that? Good one? Okay. Butterfly hug. I love you both. I love you, Livy. I love you, Patrick. I'll see you later.